So, this happened about a year and a half ago. I was 21 at the time and had just moved into my first studio apartment after finishing college a bit early. It wasn't anything fancy, just a small box with 4 white walls, old wooden floors, and one of those ancient radiators that made weird popping noises in the middle of the night. But to me, it was freedom. No roommates, no dorm rules, no noise. Just peace. Or at least, that's what I thought. Turns out, starting over doesn't mean your past stays behind. Not when someone refuses to let go. Let's call her Melanie. We dated on and off for about a year in college. The kind of relationship that was intense and dramatic, but never stable. There were breakups, makeups, tears, apologies. But deep down, I knew she wasn't well. She had a tendency to get obsessive, checking my location 24/7, getting upset if I didn't reply to a text in under 10 minutes, even messaging my friends, asking where I was. I remember this one time. I was out grabbing coffee alone, just trying to clear my head, and suddenly I got 5 missed calls in a row. When I answered, all I heard was her crying and whispering, "Why are you hiding from me?" So I broke up with her. I told her it was over, for real. Blocked her number, unfollowed her on everything, and for a little while, it was quiet. Until it wasn't. One rainy Tuesday night, I heard a tap on my window. My studio apartment was on the ground floor, and the blinds were open just a crack. At first, I thought it was just the rain or maybe a branch, but then I looked, and there she was, Melanie, standing there soaked from head to toe, hair plastered to her face, staring straight at me. I didn't even know how she found where I lived. I opened the front door a little, just enough to speak, and asked her what she was doing there. She smiled as if everything was normal and said she just needed to see me. She missed me. She said she'd been out there for hours. I told her she needed to leave. She didn't argue, she just kept smiling, then walked away. It creeped me out, but I figured that was the end of it. I was wrong. Weird things started happening. At first, they were small. My doormat would be flipped upside down when I came home. Sometimes I'd find the bathroom window cracked open, even though I never opened it. Then came the gifts. A tiny red box with a dried flower inside, a folded note on my pillow that said, "We'll always find our way back." A toothbrush in my sink that wasn't mine. It felt like I was losing my mind. So, I installed a cheap motion sensor camera in the hallway outside my apartment. One night, around 3:30 a.m., the alert went off. I checked the footage. It showed Melanie standing outside my door, just standing there, for over 20 minutes unmoving. At one point, she leaned in and whispered something to the door. The mic didn't pick it up. I reported it to the building manager and the police. There wasn't much they could do. No forced entry, no damage, nothing technically illegal. They said I could try filing for a restraining order. I started filling out the paperwork the next day. That night, I came home from work and noticed the light in my bathroom was on. I knew I didn't leave it that way. I slowly walked in, adrenaline pumping, and there on the mirror, written in red lipstick, were the words, "Don't shut me out." I backed out and ran to the front door. Checked the lock. It was still deadbolted. I changed the locks again that night and slept with a kitchen knife under my pillow. Weeks passed, and things went quiet. No more notes, no signs of Melanie. I tried to convince myself it was over, until one Friday night. I came home around 10 p.m., tired from a late shift, and immediately noticed something was off. My front door. It wasn't fully closed. It was open by maybe half an inch. I froze. My heartbeat was loud in my ears. I was sure I'd locked it. I always did. I listened, held my breath, and I heard it. A soft creak, floorboards, movement inside. I backed away and called 911. The dispatcher told me to wait outside and stay on the line. 2 officers arrived a few minutes later and entered the apartment with flashlights. About a minute later, one of them came back out and said, "We found someone inside." She was in my closet, sitting on a pile of my clothes, knees tucked to her chest, eyes wide open. She wasn't crying. She wasn't yelling. She was smiling. She looked at me and said, "I missed you." They found a duffel bag with her. It had a change of clothes, protein bars, and a small flashlight. She had planned to stay, to live in my closet. She told the cops she just wanted to be close to me. She was taken in on a psych hold for 72 hours, but because she hadn't technically hurt me and had no prior record, she was released. I moved immediately. New place, new locks, new number. I went dark on social media. Didn't tell anyone where I was going except my family. It's been almost a year now. No signs of her, no messages. But sometimes I still feel like I'm being watched. One night I was walking home from a nearby convenience store, and I felt this weird pull to turn around. I glanced behind me, and I swear, about half a block away, I saw someone step behind a tree. A flash of long, dark hair. It could have been anyone, but in my gut, I think it was her. People always say stalkers are just desperate or misunderstood, that they're lonely. But sometimes stalkers aren't just obsessive, they're calculated. Melanie didn't scream or throw rocks at my window. She smiled. She whispered. She planned. And sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't noticed the bathroom light. If I'd just gone to sleep that night without checking. Would I have woken up with her standing over me? Would I have ever woken up at all?